D253 Value-Based Leadership. Let's talk about it.
Dear me, 3 to 6 months. Watch how I make you proud.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Xavier. This is Tech Xavier, where I share my journey in tech, both on the career side and the education and learning side. I am a recent WGU graduate. I got my Bachelor's of Science degree in IT management, and with the help of my enrollment counselor and my program mentor, I was actually able to accelerate the program, and I got done in about 3.5 months or so. I started on November 1st and completed my last course on February 16th of 2023. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about D253 Value-Based Leadership, and basically just talk about what the course is, what is value-based leadership, what are the course requirements, and ultimately, how do you pass the class? So let's go ahead and dive into this video. So the first question you may have is, what exactly is value-based leadership? So in short, my understanding of it is you are leading a team and you're doing so with an emphasis on some core values that you have or that the company represents that resonate with its customers and its end users. So things like integrity, things like honesty, things like truthfulness, transparency. These are things that would be awesome values that a company upholds, and you as a leader should be instilling in your team in their everyday interactions with customers, with vendors, with any kind of stakeholders, anyone who's involved in the process of making and delivering services. Your team is interacting with them in a way that reflects the company's core values. Now, you might be saying, okay, that's all good, but what does that have to do with IT management? IT is not this cold, heartless unit in an organization. On the opposite side of that, it really should be concerned with impacts in terms of ethics and just social awareness and emotional intelligence. You can't lose that just because you're managing computers, networks, and databases or doing some programming. Everything is a reflection of the company's core values, and you want to make sure that you're operating amongst your team with a level of respect, dignity, people are working well together. So let's go ahead and take a look at the course and we'll talk about it. Okay, so here we are in the back student portal. There's an overview, there's a course planning tool. There are competencies down here. We have a learning segment talking to you about what this is and how to prepare for the course. Then lastly, you have your instructor information, which would be your current instructor, their phone number, and then their office hours. Then you have the announcements, course tips, course search, and course chatter. Now, this course is a 3-unit course, and you only have a performance assessment. And this is actually, aside from the business simulation class, the only other course that I recall taking where it has a project that is not just a written piece, but actually like a presentation. So we'll talk about that in a second. The first thing I want to do is I want to explore the course resource page, and conveniently, they have it listed right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. If you've seen any of my other previous videos, I like to come here first because if you're doing a project or a performance assessment of any kind, this is going to be your friend. So they usually have some videos that you can review. They have a cohort where you can talk to people live. I've never actually attended a cohort, but I have seen some recorded playbacks. And then you have the templates that you need to work with. You have some various items here that you can explore that are actually going to be part of this whole process. And then you have just recording specific to the various tasks. So you have task 1 and task 2 here. There's a PowerPoint. And then you have this Panopto resource, which we're going to talk about in a second here as well. But this is the overview. And you can click on these links. You can explore this. It'll be available through the course tips. There's also a video capture platform that you can use in order to upload your videos. So you have to use what's called Panopto Capture. And if you've never heard of this, it can be a little bit confusing in the beginning, but just review this video here. You'll see this video in the course resource page. Now, what I like about this course in particular, and I think based on what I did in this course, I wish I would have taken this maybe before I took and passed the IT management portfolio requirement. This is a website that you're going to be interacting with, and you're going to use this to a component of one of your tasks. This is a character assessment survey that you can take, and it's about 30 to 45 minutes if you're taking your time, but it talks about various strengths that you have and areas that you want to improve in. You'll set up an account and then you'll be good to go. So they do have a free survey you can take right here, and it really does help you get an idea of where you're at in terms of your own career strengths, how you respond to certain situations, and that's going to really come up later in both tasks. And before I forget, let's go ahead and look at the course material just to see what's in there. So developing self-awareness and personal values, describing how interpersonal skills are applied in leadership, demonstrating how leadership drives results, and explaining leadership of cultures. These are topics that are going to come up as you're going through both assessments. So it's definitely good to understand this. So as always, I got to redact a couple things, but we can't talk about the competencies here. The first one is that you develop self-awareness and personal values. The learner identifies their personal values, including honesty, integrity, respect, emotional intelligence, and ethical responsibility to develop self-awareness through self-assessment. The learner demonstrates how their leadership abilities, including active listening, influence, and ethical responsibility, solve problems and deliver results within an organization. Then the last one, the learner explains how the leadership of cultures foster diversity, inclusion, ethics, and problem solving. Yeah, check this course out. I think you'll like it. And I think it'll be a nice challenge for some, or a welcome kind of synthesizing of your thoughts and feelings for others. All right, so that about wraps it up for today's video. Again, this is a really fun course. I'm glad I took this towards the end. It felt a breath of fresh air, so to speak, and it was a really good assignment. I did have to resubmit it a couple of times, but that was okay. There's just a couple of details that I missed, which is why I would say look at the course resource page for sure. All right, but that said, good luck on this course. And if you're stuck on it, let me know in the comments what you're stuck on. Maybe we can collaborate. If you finish the course and there's something else that I didn't really bring up that you think was really valid to discuss, let us know in the comments, please. My whole goal with this series is to help other students just get through courses as quick as possible. And then maybe just hit the brakes a little bit on courses that I think could be more valuable to them so that they can get those intrinsic level up points, if you will, around character and leadership in particular. So all that said, thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate your support. And remember, school is going to be hard. This may be the course that you're like, oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't do it. Just work hard on yourself. Work hard on your habits. Work hard on creating a good environment. Work hard on asking questions, on reaching out to others for help. But don't beat yourself up. It's not useful in any way, shape, or form. You're talking to somebody who did it to himself on a frequent basis. And just hang in there. You got this. You're so close, man. You're so close. So just hang in there and get that cap and gown. Go celebrate and make yourself proud. My name is Xavier. This is Tech Xavier. And I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Dear me, 3 to 6 months. Watch how I make you proud.